This is lesson 1.6, perimeter and area. First, we're going to have two vocabulary terms. First, the perimeter, which is your first vocabulary term, of a rectangle is the sum of the lengths of the sides. Second, the area of a rectangle is the number of square units needed to cover the rectangle. Okay, there are four formulas to use in finding perimeter and area of a rectangle and a square. First, let's begin with a rectangle. The formula for perimeter is P equals 2L plus 2W, which is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. The reason for that is, of course, you have a length here and a length here, and a width here and a width here. So that's why you have 2 lengths plus 2 widths. The area of a rectangle is just length times width. Take the length and multiply it times the width, and that'll give you the area of a rectangle. Now, a square, since all the sides are equal, the perimeter would just be 4 times the length of one side, or 4s. The area would be side squared. In other words, side times side, which is side squared, will give you the area of a square. As far as the units are concerned, perimeter would be just the regular units. In this case, centimeters, or it could be inches or feet or whatever the measuring units are. But area is in units squared, or square units. In this case, squared centimeters. But it could also be written as centimeters squared that way. So either way would be fine. So let's do some examples. Here we're going to find the perimeter of the rectangle or square with the given dimensions. So on A, you have length equals 5 feet, width equals 2 feet. So we know this is a rectangle. So first, let's find the perimeter. Remember, whenever there's a formula involved, you always write the formula first. So we have perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Now let's substitute in what we know. We know that the length is 5 feet plus 2 times the width, which is 2 feet. So now we substituted in for our variables. So now let's go ahead and solve for the perimeter. So 2 times 5 is 10, plus 2 times 2 is 4. So the perimeter is 14. In this case, is just feet, because it is perimeter, not area. So now let's do the area of this one. So the formula for area is area equals length times width. So let's substitute in what we know. We know that the length is 5 feet and the width is 2 feet. Therefore, the area, 5 times 2 is 10 feet squared. 10 feet to the second power, or you could write square feet. Okay, now let's do the perimeter and area of this square. We know it's a square because it's got an S here for side. Side equals 3 centimeters. And we know that all the sides are equal. So perimeter, the formula is 4 times one side, or the length of one side. So substitute in 3 for the side. We end up with perimeter equals 12 centimeters. Now area. Remember, area is A equals side squared, or side to the second power, which again is the same as side times side. So substitute in, you have 3 squared. Remember, this is not 3 times 2. The 2 again is how many times you use your factor or base, which is the 3, so it's 3 times 3. Area equals 9, and the units are centimeters, so it's centimeters squared for area. Moving on. More examples. We're going to find the area of the rectangle or square with the given dimensions. Okay, so in this case, again, perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width on a rectangle. So here the perimeter equals 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3. So perimeter equals 10 plus 6. Perimeter equals 16 inches. Now area, again, area equals length times width. So area equals 5 times 3. So the area equals 15 inches squared. So now let's find the perimeter and rectangle of the square. So again, the formula for perimeter of a square is P equals 4S. So P equals 4 times 10. So the perimeter equals 40 feet. Area is side squared. So area equals 10 squared. So area equals 100 feet squared. Moving on. Now let's do a word problem. A rectangular painting has a width of 4 feet and a length of 7 feet. Find the perimeter and the area of the painting. So again, we have a rectangle. So the perimeter, the formula is P equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. We know that our length is 7 feet and our width is 4 feet. So substituting in, we have 2 times 7 plus 2 times 4. So 2 times 7 is 14, 2 times 4 is 8. So the perimeter is 14 plus 8, which is 22 feet. Now let's find the area. Area equals length times width on a rectangle. So area equals 7 times 4. So the area equals 28 feet squared. Okay. Now this figure is a little different. I wanted to work this one because it could be this type of problem on your homework. You want to find the perimeter and the area. But if you'll look closely on this, you notice there's no dimensions for this side or this side right here. So we're going to have to figure that out from the information that we have. But if you'll notice, this whole length across the top is 7 inches. And we know that this distance right here is 2 inches. And you know that this plus this right here would equal that total of 7 inches. So if we take the difference of the 7 and the 2, we'll find the length here, which is 5 inches. We can do the same thing to find this length here. Find this length. So if we take this total length of 8 inches, and this is 3, so we know this plus this would equal this total on this side. So if we take the 8 minus the 3, again this would make this 5 inches also. So now we have measurements for all the sides and we can find the perimeter and the area. So since this is not a rectangle, you probably just need to add up all the sides to find the perimeter. So we'll do that. So the perimeter in this case, we'll start here and work clockwise. Make sure we get all the sides. 3 inches plus 7 inches plus 8 inches plus 2 inches plus 5 inches plus 5 inches. Okay. You really didn't have to have the units here, but I just went ahead and kept them in there. So now let's add all this up. You have 3 plus 7 is 10, plus 8 is 18, plus 2 is 20, plus 5 is 25, plus 5 is 30. So our perimeter is 30 inches. Now the area. You actually have 2 rectangles together, so you'll end up finding the area of both rectangles and then just adding them together. So let's approach it like that. So to find our first one, we'll do this one here. So again, the length of this rectangle is 5 inches and the width is 3 inches. So we'll go area equals 5 times 3. So the area equals 15 inches squared of that one rectangle. Now let's do the other one. You know the length is 8 and the width is 2. So area equals length times width. So area equals 8 times 2. So the area is 16 inches squared. So now we add these two areas together. We get the total area and end up with 31 inches squared for our total area. And our perimeter again, 30 inches. So this concludes the lesson 1.6 on perimeter and area.